One time there was a celebration, it is called Odana Shasti. And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his associates went to celebrate it in Jagannath Temple. It's a beautiful, beautiful ceremony. They were offering hundreds and hundreds of beautiful cloths to Lord Jagannath. Red, yellow, blue, green. And they were offering all sorts of flowers, bracelets made of flowers and crowns made of flowers. It's the beginning of the winter season. So they offer Lord Jagannath some starched clothing. So after the ceremony, there was the bhoga offering, hundreds and hundreds of delicious preparation. Then there was the arti. After seeing this wonderful festival, the devotees, fully satisfied, went with Lord Chaitanya back to Gambhira. And he said, I am now taking rest. You all return to your homes and we will meet at Jagannath's temple tomorrow morning. So all the devotees went to their respective places. However, Pundarik Vidyanidhi and Swarup Damodar Goswami stayed. Pundarik Vidyanidhi spoke what was in his heart. Today was a very beautiful festival, but why did they offer Jagannath garments with starch, not washed out of it? It is the civilized thing to do, that new clothes that has starch in it, you must wash it before you wear it, because starch is contaminated. They should not offer contaminated things to Lord Jagannath. Why have they done? Swarup Damodar Goswami said, if Lord Chaitanya is willing to accept it, then why should we criticize? Why should we find any fault in this festival? It was a wonderful festival. This is how they have been doing it, by tradition, for many ages. Pundarik Vidyanidhi replied that Lord Jagannath could do anything. He is above rules and regulations. But his servants shouldn't do anything. They should do everything that's proper. If you touch a starched garment that has not been washed, you have to immediately wash your hands, otherwise you are considered contaminated. Would they take rough, starched, unwashed garments and put it on the head of our king? Why are they offering it to Jagannath? Swarup Damodar Goswami said that this festival Lord Jagannath enjoys, he is above all these rules and regulations, we should simply accept it. Pundarik Vidyanidhi said, yes, actually it is a very nice festival. Then he went to take rest. In a dream, he saw Balaram and Jagannath approaching him in a very angry mood. Then with their hands, both Balaram and Jagannath simultaneously began to slap his face with their hands. In fact, they slapped him again and again. They were beating his face. Pundarik Vidyanidhi began to call out, my Lord, I'm sorry. What offense have I committed that you are beating me like this? Please be merciful to me. Please have mercy. They continued to slap him and slap him and slap him. And they had rings on their fingers. Jagannath said, your offenses have no end. You have come to this town of Puri, and you are simply ruining your spiritual life by coming here, by making offenses. Better you leave this place. You did not like my festival. You worship me as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, then you find faults and criticize my servants. Pundarik Vidyanidhi began to cry out in great love, begging forgiveness. And Lord Jagannath and Balaram told him that we will forgive you. And Pundarik Vidyanidhi said, you are so merciful that you have come to punish me for my offense. This is your love for your devotee. When you punish your devotee, that is your inconceivable, all-merciful love. Then Balaram and Jagannath smiled at him, and he saw them walking back to the temple. When Pundarik Vidyanidhi woke up, The next morning, he saw big, swollen cheeks. And he was in ecstasy. Then he went to the Jagannath temple with Swarup Damodar Goswami. Swarup Damodar Goswami said, "Why are you late today? And what happened to your cheeks?" He said, "The Lord did not like me criticizing the servants yesterday for putting starched garments on Jagannath. So he and Balaram slapped me with rings on their fingers. And this is what happened." Swarup Damodar Goswami began to laugh. He said, "No one is more fortunate than you. Never have I ever heard of a dream so auspicious as this, where the Supreme Personality of Godhead personally comes to punish his servant." So from this wonderful story, many things could be understood. One is how we should not judge devotees by our material conceptions, because sometimes a devotee may not always do something exactly according to how and we may instruct that devotee of what the proper standards are, but we should never judge that devotee's character. Because if a devotee is doing with sincerity to please the Lord in devotion, if we criticize the character of that devotee, we may commit a great offense. We should see the good in Vaishnavas. We should see the intent as much more prominent than the procedure. Srila Prabhupada, when he saw even the slightest good intention in a devotee, he would very much encourage and glorify that. And of course, he would teach us the proper procedures, but at the same time, prominent over all is to respect and appreciate the devotee's desire to serve. And also how Pundarik Vidyanidhi, he accepted punishment of the Supreme Personality of Godhead as an expression of the Lord's great love. No doubt when we make mistakes, when we make offenses, Krishna will definitely punish us, some way or other. But when that comes, we should understand it is His love to help to teach us to become better devotees. And thus a devotee reciprocates, not by complaining or losing faith, but by appreciating the mercy of the Lord and striving and struggling to improve one's character, improve the quality of one's service, the pleasure of the Lord.
You were listening to Radhanath Swami on devotionalnectar.com.